The lone finish on the entire card, which is a crazy thing to say, came in the form of a submission by TAILA Santos, and Joanne Wood is not off to a good start with her new surname. Number 5 in the division, not anymore. Crazy, AJ. You go from having a bout booked with the champion, Valentina Shevchenko, to the champion getting injured, to saying, I'll fight Jennifer Maia because I want to stay busy, I want to stay active, to losing that fight, to losing your next fight, to fighting TAILA Santos and losing that fight, to now somehow, someway, probably going to be at number 8, number 9, number 10 come Tuesday in terms of your ranking. Very, very far away from a title shot. Not going to happen in the near future until she racks up another 3, 4, 5 wins. But TAILA Santos is on the opposite end of that spectrum, and she is surging. She's ascending. She's skyrocketing up the rankings. She's 4-1 in the UFC, 4 wins in a row, 3rd submission win in her career, 10 KO wins overall. Dog, is TAILA Santos the real deal? Like, obviously, she got past Joanne Wood, but this was a good matchup for her, I thought. But is she truly the real deal? Like, if I pulled up the rankings, hypothetically, right now, and looked at the women's flyweight division in the top 10, do you think she could get past most of those names?
I do, man, and I think the next fight going forward, she's going to be I'm not saying title contention in the next fight, but I'm saying one of those contenders right there that has a lot of weight behind their name. I think TAILA Santos is the next big deal in the division. It's going to be interesting to see, man. This fight, everybody thought that Joanne Wood had the advantage on the feet. TAILA Santos proved us wrong, man. She's got some absolute bombs in those hands, and it was nice to see. We've been hyping up Santos for a long time, so I'm finally excited to see her getting a little bit of the respect she deserves, man. Where do you think she's going in the next one? Do you think she beats a lot of those top 10s?
I think that she does. However, I don't think that they need to skyrocket her straight up to, okay, one more fight and you're fighting Valentina. No. Valentina is Valentina. So what I think needs to happen is she needs to kind of slow roll, fight the number 7s, the number 5s, or she already got number 5, right? But like the number 7, number 8, number 4, like 3 more fights or something like that. And then it's like, okay, you get those done in definitive fashion, then we're talking title shot. But then again, Valentina's running through the division so heavily and so crazy, she might just get the next shot just because there's nobody else to give it to, you know? I will say this about TAILA Santos, man. Her physique is incredible. Her frame is incredible. And I think that it's a little like have you seen just like her traps, man, her shoulders, her back, like she's jacked, man. She's ready to go. And I think that's part of the key that's having that power advantage over these fighters, man. It felt like when she touched Joanne Wood was like, whoa, hold up. Like, I haven't been on this ride before. And let's not forget, Joanne Wood was spending the entire press conference before, or, you know, the pre-fight interviews talking about she hasn't fought people of the same caliber of the people that I fought. And it's like, that doesn't matter when you get touched with that power. So, I don't know, man. I want to say this was it was a really big win. But it's also goes to show, like, is Joanne Wood, and don't get no disrespect here, man, because I'm a big fan of JoJo, I'm a big fan of the Scottish Raider, right? But is she as legit as we thought she was? Like, is TAILA Santos that good, or did Joanne Wood have a bad performance, or is Joanne Wood maybe just not to the caliber in which we thought she was? What do you think?
No, I do. I think Joanne Wood is still up there, man. I still think she possesses the technique, the skill in order to get things done. I just think this new breed of women fighter that we're seeing that actually has KO power is something different that nobody's ever seen. I think that's a lot of the reason why, you know, Valentina Shevchenko, she has the power and the technique, so she's kind of in a league of her own. But really, a lot of the old school vets like Kat Zingano or I'm blanking on the names, but a good one is Amanda Nunes as well. Girls just can't handle that pressure and that power that she puts on. And now a lot of the other female fighters are really starting to come to that. We even saw it in the Ketlin Vieira fight. That power was pretty crazy. Yeah. TAILA Santos has that same kind of power going forward. I think it's hard to deal with when you're used to getting tagged up a certain way. You know, you're feeling those shots. You're like, oh, I could take this. You get one. You're like, oh, what the fuck was that? Like, damn. And she, in my mind, I always remember that one Luke Rockhold fight against Yoel Romero, where he got KO'd against the ground, and he's looking up like, what the world was that? Joanne Wood had that exact same hit whenever she got put up against the fence right before the submission. And if TAILA Santos was a little bit meaner and a little bit more hand heavy, we could have had the same exact outcome as that one going forward, man.
Yeah, I thought we were going to see a finish or like a knockout finish, but she got the submission either way, man. You know, I just want to ask you this quick question. What is the difference between TAILA Santos and Jocelyn Edwards? Is it just that Santos has a much better ground game? Because I feel like it's the same situation, but Edwards has not had nearly the success that Santos has had.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good question. It's a good question. I would have to imagine it's it's the ground game with forward. She's a little bit more well rounded. It's a little harder to get things done on the ground against Santos, but I mean Edwards has that power as well. So it's interesting to see where it's going to be.
Yeah, either way, big win for TAILA Santos, man. She opened up as a minus 310 favorite, and I think DC was all like, "Ooh, that's crazy. She shouldn't be that big of a favorite." And then she just starches Joanne Wood. So it's like, oh no, I think she should. This is the one fight, AJ, and I didn't say it on in the last fight, the Ronnie Yaya versus Kyung Ho Kang, but we both hit on the over on that one. That one cashed at minus 140. This one, the over was minus 325 plus 250 for the under, and the under hit on this one, man. TAILA Santos got it done. So if you bet the under, folks, you made you a little bit of nice money right there, man.